Carolina GPS monitoring company failed to track more than 140 people charged with violent offenses in the state after a contract dispute over their methods cut off its services. On Monday, a judge held the company's owner in contempt of court. His business has since shut down. Our Megan Gagno has been digging into this. A lot to unpack here, Megan.
That's right, Friendy. Divine Providence GPS lost access to its monitoring system on January 8th after its supplier Nationwide GPS Monitoring terminated its contract. Now, a bail bond agent who wanted to remain anonymous shared with me this formal notice from Nationwide saying that despite losing access to all monitoring capability, Divine Providence continued collecting payments, told clients not to communicate with Nationwide, and even directed them to keep sending money to the company. Divine Providence GPS monitoring owner Dinero Pons appearing in court this month after his company failed to properly track 144 defendants across South Carolina, including people charged with violent crimes. First Circuit Solicitor David Pasco says the company was operating illegally because it was not approved or regulated by SLED as required by law.
How are you going to operate almost 3 years illegally? These are the worst of the worst actors, because not only are those 144 people court ordered, the court felt more important to put a monitor on them for a certain reason. You don't know where these people are at. They could be back out killing people, selling drugs, raping people.
The problem started when Nationwide terminated Divine Providence's contract on January 8th over what Nationwide described as non-payment and false claims. They state from that day forward, Divine no longer had access to the monitoring platform or client data. The company says it later found that Divine kept collecting payments from defendants and told clients and bond companies not to communicate with Nationwide, labeling Nationwide as a scam. An anonymous bail bond agent says 3 of her clients were affected.
They basically were confused and didn't know where to send money. They don't want to go to jail, so that was the fear. They think that they may go back to jail.
I put a monitor on him. He still had their monitor on his leg. He said he wasn't taking no chances. He called his bondsman. I put a monitor on him, and he didn't cut the other one off.
Joe Brown, a bondsman with 26 years of experience and owner of Adam GPS Monitoring, says he was contacted to step in and monitor some of those defendants after the shutdown. Brown says situations like this are unfortunately common in parts of the bond and GPS monitoring industry, and that gaps in oversight can create opportunities for misconduct.
Y'all just messing up the business. If you are not registered with SLED to do GPS monitoring in the state of South Carolina, you will be punished.
Now, Brown says the Bond Reform Act that was passed in 2023 helped clean up the business a lot, but there's still more work to be done. In studio, I'm Megan Gagno, Watch Fox News, Local First.